Okay, guys, welcome back to the What's That podcast.
Welcome back.
It's been a little while.
Episode
12. Number 12. Got it written on my
I feel
laptop.
like it always feels like it's been a little while, though.
Yeah, I know, because we film these and then we
Backstock them.
Yeah, we backstock them.
And we've had a few excursions.
Yeah,
since
we've had a couple little videos, so if you haven't seen them, check them out. Because
the first one's out as we speak. There's one more definitely to come.
Yeah, no, two more definitely
more
to come out. There's part 2 of the whatever it was that we did. Coronavirus challenge. That might already be out by the time that this podcast goes out.
Yeah.
But then after that, we've got a special little video, so keep your eyes out for that.
We're hoping to carry on.
Youngie's exit from that, though.
We're hoping to carry on doing stuff of that nature.
Yeah, no, 100% is this. The reason this channel is not called the What's That podcast is because we want to do the podcast and do multiple other videos. Yeah. So
when stuff comes to us.
Exactly. Anyways, before we get into the podcast, Joe, there's something I would like to say a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? So, because for anyone that stumbles across this podcast and hears what we're talking about, and they might think it's a bit weird, alright?
It is weird.
Because it does get really weird. So, I know that it's tongue-in-cheek, and I know a few of the topics that we talk about are things that maybe people wouldn't talk about, but the reason that I want to talk about them, and when I come up with the topics to talk about, I include these things, is because I think it's important for people, not just us, but everyone, to open up about things. Talk about your sex life. Talk about encounters that you've had. Talk about embarrassing things, because it is 100% fact that other people will be going through similar things.
Yeah.
Okay? And like you said the other week, everyone adds a few inches on in school. Do you know what I mean?
But that's the thing.
Everyone's done
even
that.
if it's not a serious topic.
But I said,
still, I think it's good. It's good sometimes to not have a filter.
Yeah,
it's just we're doing it over the internet.
Exactly. And I know that some people might literally look at it and be like, why would you talk about that and put it on the internet? But I just think it's important because in school, mate, like I said before, I didn't add on the extra inches when I spoke about how big my wonga was.
Obviously.
No, I didn't. I didn't. No, but the problem was I thought, well, I'm being honest. I hope you're being honest. Yeah, I'm being honest. And so when everyone was saying they've got an 8-inch cock, and I was there 6.25.
Why are we back on this again?
No, right, yeah, let's move off that. That's just what I wanted to say. Was I think it's important to open up about these topics, whether you're doing a podcast, whether you're just in your normal lives. It's important. Yeah. Let's all open up. Let's all normalise these embarrassing, dodgy little topics.
Yeah.
Peace.
Agreed.
Preach over. First topic of the day, Joe, is something that I have not experienced myself, but I have known people that do this. And in my opinion...
About to expose me.
This is the thing, mate. Before I say what the topic is, you could have been one of these people very easily, in my opinion. Oh, right. But you are not one of these people, and there is no chance of you being one of these people now. I've come up with a name, I don't know if it's an actual thing, but a relationship hopper. Do you know what I mean by that? So someone that will just jump from relationship to relationship to relationship. What are your opinions on these people? Why do you think they do it, and is it a good thing?
What is it? I suppose, is it people who are in a relationship for a while? Are they the person ending it?
Not necessarily. Just it sort of
doesn't ever seem to work. Yeah.
No, it's not even anything about it not seeming to work. It's just someone that has to be with someone. They have to be with someone. And as soon as one relationship ends, they instantly want to be in another to feel comfortable or to whatever. I don't know. I'm not one of these people.
I feel like we both know about this subject. It's kind of.
I mean, I have been with a relationship hopper.
Yeah.
No, it's true. And again, like I'm saying, there's nothing bad about it, but I just think I want to get our views on it, because when I was with this relationship hopper, no names needed, all right? No names needed. But when I actually brought it up to them and was like, do you not think that maybe this is something that you're doing? And they got really angry and upset, obviously. But then when things ended between me and her, however many weeks or whatever down the line, oh, he was right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and
Well,
again,
maybe they're angry because you hit home. Like,
but listen, again, there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
no, there's not. I think there's just some people.
Especially because that girl is such a nice girl.
I don't want to even say like who. I don't want to even say like who can't be independent because that just seems like a dig.
Yeah,
But
it's
like
nothing about independency. I think it's more like
comfort.
comfort, yeah, and just.
But I don't want to be like all high and mighty. Like, I don't like I can be single like type thing.
But
Like
I think when you came out of your first relationship, if someone nice, pretty, and who was giving you loads of attention had come along, I think you'd have just back in. I think you would. I genuinely.
Yeah, I mean.
That didn't happen, and you managed to
Yeah,
focus on
maybe
yourself and improve yourself.
Maybe we're the
Weird
like
ones.
the people that just can't find something straight away.
That's not the case, mate. Like I've not been.
No,
like,
like-
we could, like we could.
I'm glad that I didn't.
But the big thing for me is like. I'm like the opposite of that. Like, I'm now at a stage where I'm like, I don't want a relationship. Unless it's like the perfect thing. Like, unless it's perfect, you know, all, I don't know, Prince Charming and fairy tale princess. Do you know what I mean? And it's all perfect. Then fair play. But for right now, I got to focus on myself. And if it was Prince Charming and fairy tale princess or whatever, I don't really know what I'm on about there. But if it is all fairy tales, then once that relationship develops, I still need time for myself, like to be able to do the things that I want to do. That's important.
I think it's just each to their own. It depends. Unless you can, and in some cases this is true, unless you can very obviously tell that they're just like, I need to be in another relationship, even if they don't tell themselves that.
It's just, I think the reason I want to talk about it, mate, is because like I'm such a person that is not like that. So I don't understand it, like, and I want to kind of tap into the mind of an ex-person who could have been like that to see why.
But how do you know that I would have done that?
Mate, I do. Like, I just know that it would have happened. But what is it? Like, you were saying, like, it could maybe be like an insecurity thing. Do you think?
Yeah, or just missing. I don't even think it's about missing. I don't even think it's about missing this person that you've broken up with, because like, from my experience, like, however many years down the line it is, like, I don't miss that person, but you still miss
the relationship.
You still miss
things.
the element, stuff, the perks of it, and that's not just sex.
I was gonna say, I wonder what they are, mate.
But you get what I mean.
Sex,
you get what I mean.
Lockdown. Fuck's sake. Let's not get into that yet.
You get what I mean.
Yeah, no, 100%, mate. And it, like, there are perks to being in a relationship, 100%. But there are also perks to being single. Like, so many perks.
Yeah.
There's so many great things about being single.
But you won't. I don't think you'd be as appreciative of them now. If you'd been single for a lot longer, like if you never got into your second relationship.
But do you not think it's important to, if you're coming out of a relationship, have some time to yourself?
Yeah.
To reflect, to improve as a person, to sort of, it's so cringe, but find yourself.
Yeah.
It's important.
Especially at this age.
At this age. Yeah. But then I know so many people as well, like so many people who just want to settle down early. They want to settle down young and live like a fairy tale, prince meets princess.
But again,
life.
like, I don't want to be this, like, oh, well, I know best type thing, but, like, is that going to work in the long term? Like,
depends.
It
does work.
So many young relationships.
It does work. And I think that's a lot of the people that I know that want that have either parents or grandparents who've done that, so they want to follow.
You think it's going to work, but, like, will it eventually get to a point where they break up? But
this is what I'm saying.
A lot of couples break up.
But there's also, like, the people that want the, like, early relationship that lasts forever and, you know, find my soulmate early. A lot of people that want that, mate, have parents or grandparents who've done that.
Yeah.
And they just want to...
That's a different time.
I know. That's what I think. It's a different time. Things are different now.
Yeah.
Tinder's about...
I don't even think...
The temptation.
I don't even
Instagram.
think you can... I don't necessarily like thinking about it as like, oh, well, it's not going to work. Like... You know, a relationship can work for a time, and then it can come to an end. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Oh, no, 100%.
I don't. I think it's a pessimistic way of looking at it. It's like, oh, it's a failed relationship.
Mate, like, all relationships come to an end. Don't
Yeah,
they? Like, whether it's bleak and dark and miserable and it's death that breaks them up, or whether you decide to
You don't have to look
separate.
back negatively.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, well, we had 3 good years. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, my relationships that I've had, like, I literally can't look back and think of them in a negative way. Like, I look back and I'm like, I'm so glad that happened, and I'm so glad that, that's taught me this, or I've learnt it,
I think that's just life in general. You got to look at it in a positive sense.
So, yeah, so relationship hopping, Joe, is not bad, okay? And our thoughts are that maybe the people that do it, maybe they just want comfort. Maybe they just need a bit of comfort. But there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But we're not that. We don't need the comfort.
we're
not like that.
We're cold.
We're
and we don't
cold-blooded.
need love.
Yeah, no. Fuck love, man. Right, moving on to the next topic, Joe, which is one of my favourite segments. You have no idea that this is coming, but as soon as I say what I'm about to say, you're going to know exactly what it is.
Okay.
So, last night I went out for the first time.
Okay.
The segment, is What's That Snapchat?
Okay.
Last night I went out for the first time since lockdown.
How'd you find it?
Come here. And we bumped into an unusual character in the line.
Okay.
And this is what happened.
I don't like what. I wasn't there, so I don't know how I can comment on this.
I want a fucking song! No way. I want money right man for a second! Oh, because of the on it!
What he's doing about Molly Wright tonight?
I don't know what the fuck Molly Wright is. She's adding me on fucking Snapchat.
Piper.
Bye now.
Just chill. No, guys, just chill. Otherwise,
Oh
my God.
Well, you need to explain this one more.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about it, mate, because I've been... Like, imagine if this guy sees this. Like, if you are out there and you are this man, we don't know his name. If you know this man, like, this
We've
guy...
got to send it to him somehow.
This guy made my night. Like, this was first night out of lockdown. First night out of lockdown. I don't have a clue who this guy is. He was by himself. His mates had left
I
him.
find it funny that it's now like going to be on our podcast.
Yeah, I know.
He just doesn't know. No idea.
No, mate, but he was such an interesting guy because he didn't really speak. He didn't tell us his name or anything. He just came up to us and was like, "Where's Molly Wright? Where? If Molly Wright's out there, all right,
Find Molly Wright.
Find Molly Wright. Hashtag find Molly Wright. Okay,
Where is he from?
Borough, I think.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be that hard to find a quick Facebook.
I know, quick
It's a
Instagram
bit
search.
creepy.
Molly Wright.
It's a bit creepy, that really.
Oh, well. But yeah, so thoughts on that without, obviously, you don't have any context of what happened, and then I'll tell you with context my thoughts on it. Go. What do you think? What did you think when you opened that? I sent it to you.
I don't know. It was just funny.
I want a fucking shag. Might be the best phrase of all time.
All of us right now.
Oh my god! Right, so
I don't want Snapchat.
so it's a pipe. Now listen, again, this guy was like, he was off his nut. Like, he must have had so much to drink. Maybe he'd taken a few substances. But the whole night it was all really COVID safe. Like, everything was COVID safe. And then all of a sudden we're queuing up to get into what was a club, okay, Voodoo York.
Yeah.
And
not a club.
Yeah.
In its current state.
Yeah, it's not a club. Well, it's like, we went in and went out after 10 minutes. We were like, we can't fucking stay here, man. It was awful because the tables, it's all just set out like a normal pub.
Yeah, there's no point.
But it's blaring out music like a nightclub.
Yeah.
Blaring out music like a nightclub. And
you go to a nightclub
it just pissed me off because, I go there to dance and I was like, I'm being restricted, like, I can't dance. The bars we've been before that and dancing
it's fair
places.
enough, innit? Like, they're trying to make money while they can.
I understand, and it was packed, so they're doing a good job, but it just wasn't my kind of thing. But in the line, so everything up to this was real COVID safe, and in the line, there wasn't much social distancing going on, okay? So the bouncer wasn't really doing his best at it to, like, keep it there, so people could just sort of chat to who they wanted, which was nice in a way, but obviously we should really be keeping our distance. But this guy comes up to us and he just keeps shouting, "Where's Molly Wright? Where is she?" And we're like, "Who's Molly Wright?"
I thought he said
I Tindered it.
I thought he said
Pipe.
I thought he said he didn't know who she was.
Yeah, he says that at the end. He doesn't know. He matched her on Tinder. And
So,
he was
so he was just like hoping to find her in
Yeah, I
the
think
town.
so. Yeah, I wonder. Maybe he came from Borough to York to pipe, and maybe he lost. I don't know. Listen, I couldn't get a word out of him, as you could tell. Like, he could not speak properly. Like, but regardless, mate. My first night out of lockdown will always be remembered because of the mystery man. All right, he literally made my
How
night.
did you not get his name?
I don't know. Maybe because like we'd ask him a question, all he would say is Molly Wright. No, like when he was talking like normally, like I'll play the clip again if I can now. He literally like could not get. I can't understand a word he's saying. Like he just. But it was funny. And
Missed the night out so much, it goes mental.
The only thing that we could get out of him was Molly Wright. That was it. And I want a fucking shag.
That's funny.
But yeah.
all of us in 2020.
So that's a recent what's that Snapchat from last night. Probably a week by the time this comes out. But yeah, like that was just interesting.
How was the whole COVID night out experience?
I'm not in a rush to do it again, to be honest. Like I say, mate, getting drinks was really good in the bar before.
Yeah, like being able to sit and have a chat.
But yeah, like being
in
that queue, man, it was weird. Like, because I'm taking this whole thing like quite seriously. You know, I'm trying to sort of live my life, but sort of respect the guidelines.
Oh, we should mention as well, we're actually indoors now.
Yeah, I know.
Which is now legal.
Still socially distanced, but you're in my bubble, so it don't really matter anyway, does it?
Yeah.
But
Sam's bubble. Prestigious place to be.
Yeah, everyone wants to be in that bubble. But yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So but like this guy, like we're in this queue, and you literally can't, like, if anyone comes near you, like you can't get away from him, and you don't want to be a dickhead. He's obviously had a bit too much to drink, so yeah, I just recorded him. That was the thing. That was the thing to do. You know, like in a way, it kept him away, but.
Stay back.
Stay back. But yeah, it was a weird experience, mate. I won't be in a rush to do it again.
Yeah, I've been on one night out.
Go for a couple drinks by all means, like that I'm down to do, but I won't be queuing to get into like a club.
I've been on one night out since, and like it was really good because it had been so long.
Yeah.
And like it was nice to be able to meet up with your mates and have a drink. But again, it wasn't the same.
Mate,
like,
I just want to dance.
And the thing was, it was so good. It was a really nice night, but I don't think doing it again will be as good.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like, oh well, we've done that now. We've done the like socially distanced night out.
You want to fucking go and dance?
I
want to dance.
I honestly think
I want a fucking dance.
Yeah, I really miss dancing. But I honestly think a day out drinking is probably
that's
nice.
what I think's better.
Because there's
that's what I'd rather do, mate. Book a table, few day drinks, couple pints,
footy on, like
sorted. Yeah. So yeah, that's my experience. Let us know if any of you guys have been out, what your experiences have been like, and have you seen Molly Wright? Hashtag find Molly Wright. So moving on, Joe.
Social media campaign.
Moving on. Hey, could be good.
We need to find him if we do that, though.
Yeah, mate, imagine. Imagine if he watched it and fucking sent a comment in.
Matchmakers, the What's That podcast.
Love it. Yeah, imagine. The two come together.